I think that it would be better if our fellows share some experience that they had, some tips and advice that when they were completing the form, they maybe identified these recommendations, and they can share with you how to kind of like how you could successfully apply, be prepared to apply when the time arrives. So Rebecca, do you have any tips or advice that you could share with the audience regarding the application, please?
Yes, I think it's important for applicants to look at their communities and find something that will be impactful and serving a group of people who are usually left out or who are voiceless and can't stand up for themselves to make the internet better. And also look at your expertise and what you want to develop and who you want to be after the fellowship. Yeah, that's it from me.
Thank you, Rebecca. Great advice. Thank you. I guess you can all try to follow at least that. Pranav, do you have any other suggestions or ideas that you could share, please?
Thanks, Alejandra. Rebecca covered the most important facet of it, that you should try to connect with the community you're living. I'd say the topic is very topic for your proposal, and I hope my internet is stable. If you're not able to hear me, let me know. Selecting your topic, do go through the work of the Internet Society. Go through their action plan of 2021, go through the charter, go through the work that they have been doing in different domains, and then try to better appreciate your ideas and have a bridge between them. That way, it's always better because they are very much aware of what are the key challenges in the internet ecosystem. And if you can get that connect, nothing like it. So that would be an important way. And while writing your application, also ensure that you are able to highlight the importance of your project. Perhaps that project that you're talking about is specifically important in the cultural and socio-political context of your country or your state, which has been the case for Rebecca. Being a fellow, she has shared a lot about her project, and we are aware that her project is very sensitive to her area, and that must be jotted down in your application. And have enough time for your application. Don't do it in the end. I had 3 different ideas that I wanted to work on. The first was one on AI, and the second one was on encryption, which I finally decided. And then I went to my seniors, my mentors at my office, at my college, and then they asked me to reassess what my abilities are. So here is how you understand and connect that you have a project, it is important. And the third factor is that can you pull it off? For that, you have to establish your credibility. So this is where you write a lot. It's not about filling pages, it's about putting in bullets, but mention each and everything. What have you done in the past which would help you, which would help establish your credibility that you can fulfill the project? And understand that what does ISOC want from this fellowship? They want to create, nurture future champions for the internet. So have you demonstrated any such abilities in the past? For example, have you engaged with the community? Have you done any digital campaign? Have you gone for debates or moot courts or competitions of any sort related to this work? Have you handled any projects in whatever capacity, as a manager, as a research assistant? If you have, do mention it. And it does not necessarily have to be on the exact topic or similar topic to the one that you have proposed. The qualities learned should be, as we say, transferable, right? It can be used in the project that you are working on. So as long as all these things are there in your application, it will be helpful. And I started as a fellow. Now for the ambassadors program, I was a reviewer. So I can say that if you are able to jot down in and have the key pointers in your application that this is important, and how do you know what is important? Go through the work of Internet Society, because that is what is important to them as an organization. They know very well what is important for the internet ecosystem to grow. So as long as you're having that in place, it shouldn't be a problem. And one last thing I just wanted to add as a comment was Alejandra was mentioning that you don't have to like come always for all the classes. It's 6 hours a day, 6 hours a week and everything. But let me tell you, till now, I've only missed 3 classes and I've watched the videos. The classes are so engaging. You feel bad. I get a guilt trip if I miss a class because it's so engaging in the sense that you learn and you are able to apply those if you are in the profession. So that's very helpful in that sense. And there was a comment that is it only for folks from the technical field? No, I've never seen tech that closely. I'm a lawyer by training and work as a human rights worker. So not at all. And we have anthropologists as fellows, we have lawyers, we have policy professionals, we have tech experts. So this is always a mixed bag, and we get to learn a lot from the fellows themselves. In addition to the IHOP inductees, like we have experts like Tim Berners-Lee coming and explaining and discussing, and I was able to ask them questions about the project that I am working on encryption and trying to understand what his take is, what his learning was from the past 40 years, 50 years, what he's been seeing in the internet ecosystem. He's sharing his expertise, and he was just one of the inductees. There are many folks like him, many experts like him who came and talked with us. So one of a kind of experience, which is why I'm saying spend time on your application and choose your topic carefully. Hope that was helpful. Thank you.